Rice ball, please. You can, hold your head very high. You probably could have even done better. You had lots of chances. You had a solid team. What do you think about the game tonight? Well, I said well done, guys. I said well done to them. They put in a giant performance. I asked them, to play exactly as they did. We all know Manchester City. We know what they're capable of. We know what they've achieved over the last few years, particularly at home in the Champions League. We knew we had to pull out all the stops, play a great game, and we certainly did this. I think we did it. And yeah, we created some really good chances as well. Carlos, Darmian, Mkhitaryan all created good chances for themselves. All had good opportunities to score. Carlos brought out a great save by the goalkeeper. And then a couple of other opportunities. We probably should have exploited them better, but we worked really well together, as we have done over the last 3.5 years. And when we do work together as a team, we make it tough for absolutely everyone. Now, as part of your kind of like team organization, you played two different players, one in the first half and one in the second half. You had Zielinski initially, and then Mkhitaryan. Well, we wanted Zielinski to join us because we know that he can give us a lot. He can give us a lot, and he had an issue pre-season, and so he made a slow start. And then he played both games during the international break for his country. He then started against Monza, but Zielinski is a top player, and this is something that we've seen ourselves. I think we're going to need all of these players because we're going to be playing so many games very close together, and it's going to be up to me to make the right choices, I think. And I think that we need to make sure that we're all pulling in the right direction, of course. Hi, well done on tonight's performance. You're about to play Milan at the weekend. You could set a record. This could be the 7th consecutive victory by one of the two teams. And so it's really important, I guess, to put in a great performance tonight to show what you're capable of. I mean, Guardiola's just spoken on TV and said you put in a great performance, and that's a great signal, isn't it? Prepares the derby as well for you at the weekend. Yeah, absolutely. It's true that you go into the next game with a lot of confidence. Once you've played a good game, off the back of a good game, rather, I would have preferred us to have won, obviously, but nevertheless, the players who played tomorrow rather, will be going home. We won't be going back tonight, we'll be going back tomorrow. Apparently Manchester Airport closes early, so we'll be staying in a hotel tonight here, and the players who didn't start in starting 11 and still out on the pitch doing some warm down, and Mkhitaryan and Lautaro, who were the first two to come on. We've got 4 other players who we left behind in Milan: Arnautovic, Di Marco, Correa and Palacios, and we're hoping that they'll be able to be part of the squad on Sunday. Thuram and Lautaro normally play up front for you. But what does Tiremi offer, particularly in terms of his movement in the spaces between the lines? He's a really top player. I think he played a great game. And Thuram was playing a good game as well. But I had to make a decision at that moment in time when I made the substitutions. In my opinion, I think that it was probably better to take Thuram off. But Marcus was playing really well. He was really helping us out. Tiremi was working really hard. He helped to create the opportunity for Carlos, and he worked really hard. I think that when we were trying to double up on the wide players, we needed attackers to drop really quickly, so then that we could win the ball back and get moving again. It's not easy playing against City. I needed attackers tonight, Taremi, Thuram, and then Lautaro. I think all worked extremely hard. We didn't concede a goal, thanks to not just the defence and the midfield, but the attackers as well. I think that, a punt is a great result, particularly playing away here. But from the stand, when Darmian failed to shoot when he was through on goal, we could see how you reacted. I mean, what did you feel? I mean, I asked him what were you playing at, and he said, well, I could hear Barella behind me, and I knew that he wanted the ball. I was more upset about Mkhitaryan's miss. I really thought he was going to score. I fell into a state of despair, I have to tell you, when Mkhitaryan missed. I was convinced he'd scored. I thought, Darmian was only a couple of metres away, but he backflicked it to Barella. Their defender did really well and got in the way. Had it not been the defender, I think the Barella may well have scored. Any more questions? Last question, please. Thank you. Just to clarify, you mentioned Di Marco a bit earlier and said you hope that he'll be available on Sunday. Is that the case? I think he should be available, but of course we won't be taking any risk with him. But yeah, I'm pretty confident that he'll be available. Di Marco, I think, as long as he trains well on Friday, then the final training session on Saturday, he'll be called up into the squad. I'm pretty optimistic, but as we've always done over the last 3.5 years or so, we've got physios, doctors who monitor the players on a daily basis. He trains. He did a light training session today, and it would appear that he's doing okay. So obviously we'll assess him ahead of the game on Sunday, and then as long as we're sure that he's going to be okay, he'll play. Very last one. Well, congratulations on your performance. Now, you played Fratesi, you took off Çalhanoğlu. How can you, why did you do that? Do you mind explaining it to us? Well, Barella and Zielinski and Mkhitaryan ran some 12.5 kilometres tonight, and so I decided to bring Fratesi on. And then he spent 2.5 minutes of getting instructions. And then when I wanted to put him on instead of Barella, Çalhanoğlu was feeling it a little bit. He's had a bit of a physical issue. Aslani had been waiting for a while to come on, and Fratesi was there as well. So I know, as I did last year as well, playing Barella in a different position. And so I didn't want to get Aslani on because he'd stopped warming up, and so I brought on Fratesi instead of Çalhanoğlu. Thank you all very much.